Welcome back to English Learner Classes.
Hi, friends. We are so glad you are here with us today.
Today, we have something a little different for you.
Yes, today we are not talking about grammar rules or vocabulary lists.
Today, we are talking about something that every English learner needs to hear.
We are talking about why you should never give up on your English journey.
This episode is for every learner who has ever felt stuck, frustrated, or not good enough.
If you have ever thought, my English is too slow, or everyone else is better than me, stay with us.
Because today, we want to help you feel stronger, more confident, and more ready to keep going.
And while we talk, you will also pick up a lot of useful English words and phrases along the way.
So let's get into it.
Let's start with something very honest. Learning a new language is hard.
It is one of the hardest things a person can do.
You have to learn new sounds, new words, new grammar, new ways of thinking.
And you have to do all of this while still living your normal life, working, studying, taking care of your family.
So if you have ever felt tired or overwhelmed, that is completely normal.
There is nothing wrong with you. Language learning is supposed to feel challenging sometimes.
The problem is not the difficulty. The problem is what we tell ourselves when things get hard.
And that is what we want to talk about today.
Let's look at some very useful English words first, because understanding these words will help you talk about your feelings and your progress in English.
The first word is persevere. It means to keep trying even when something is difficult.
She persevered through many challenges and finally became fluent.
The second word is determination. It means having a strong decision to do something and not stop.
His determination to speak English well was stronger than his fear of making mistakes.
The third word is frustration. This is the feeling of being annoyed or upset because something is not working the way you want.
Frustration is a normal part of learning. Every learner feels it.
The fourth word is consistent. It means doing something regularly, not just once in a while.
Being consistent in your practice is more powerful than studying for hours just one day a week.
The fifth word is setback. A setback is something that goes wrong or slows your progress down.
A setback is not the end. It is just a delay.
The sixth word is resilience. This is the ability to recover from difficulties and keep moving forward.
The most successful language learners have one thing in common. They have resilience.
The seventh word is growth. This means improvement or development over time.
Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, every mistake you correct, that is growth.
The eighth word is momentum. This means the energy or force that builds up as you keep going.
When you study every day, you build momentum, and momentum makes learning easier.
These are all words you'll hear in conversations about personal development, motivation, and success.
And now you know them all. That's already progress today.
Now, let's talk about the most common reasons people give up on learning English.
Because understanding why people stop is the first step to making sure you don't.
Reason 1. They compare themselves to others.
This is one of the biggest mistakes a learner can make.
You look at someone else and think, they speak so naturally. Why can't I do that?
But you do not know their story. Maybe they've been studying for 5 years. Maybe they grew up near English speakers. Maybe they studied abroad.
You are comparing your beginning to someone else's middle or end, and that's never a fair comparison.
Your journey is your own. Focus on where you were before and where you are now. That is the only comparison that matters.
Reason 2. They expect too much too fast.
Many learners want to be fluent in 3 months, and when they're not, they feel like they failed.
But fluency takes years, not months, and that's true for every single language in the world.
There is no shortcut. There is no magic method that makes you fluent overnight.
But there is something that works without fail, and that is consistent effort over time.
Small steps taken every single day lead to big results over time.
Reason 3. They're afraid of making mistakes.
This might be the most common reason of all.
Learners stop speaking because they're scared. Scared of saying something wrong, scared of people laughing, scared of sounding foolish.
But here's the truth that every language teacher knows.
The learners who improve the fastest aren't the ones who make the fewest mistakes. They're the ones who make the most mistakes because they're the ones who speak the most.
Every mistake is information. It tells you something you need to practice.
Every time you say something wrong and get corrected, your brain learns.
So mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is. If you're not speaking because you're afraid, you're holding yourself back. Start speaking, even if it's imperfect, especially if it's imperfect.
Now, let's talk about some really useful English phrases connected to motivation and not giving up.
These are phrases you'll hear in English conversations, videos, books, and everyday life.
The first phrase is keep at it. This means keep doing something, keep trying.
Learning English is hard, but keep at it. You will get there.
The second phrase is push through. It means to continue even when something feels really difficult.
When you feel like stopping, push through. That feeling always passes.
The third phrase is hang in there. This is a warm, friendly way of saying stay strong. Things will get better.
You are doing so well. Hang in there.
The fourth phrase is take it one step at a time. This means don't worry about everything at once. Focus on one small thing.
Don't try to learn all of English in 1 week. Take it one step at a time.
The fifth phrase is every little bit helps. This means even small actions make a difference.
Even if you only practice for 10 minutes today, that's fine. Every little bit helps.
The sixth phrase is believe in yourself. This is simple but powerful. Trust that you can do it.
You already speak one language perfectly. You can learn another. Believe in yourself.
The seventh phrase is it's a marathon, not a sprint. A marathon is a very long race. A sprint is a very short, fast race. This phrase means language learning is a long journey, not a quick one.
Don't rush. English is a marathon, not a sprint.
These phrases sound natural in everyday English. Try using them in your conversations or your writing this week. Now let's look at some common mistakes learners make when talking about these ideas.
Mistake 1. Using motivate incorrectly.
Motivate is a verb, and motivated is an adjective.
Incorrect. I need motivation myself.
Correct. I need to motivate myself, or I need to feel motivated.
What motivates you to learn English is a very natural question. Use it.
Mistake 2, confusing lose hope and lose faith.
Both are used in English, but they have slightly different feelings.
Lose hope means you stop believing a good outcome is possible.
Lose faith often means you stop believing in someone or something, like a method or a person.
Incorrect. I am losing hope in my teacher. That sounds like you think your teacher is bad.
Correct. I am losing faith in this method, or I'm starting to lose hope that I will ever be fluent.
Mistake 3, saying I am boring when you mean I am bored.
This is a very common mistake, and it changes the meaning completely.
I am boring means you as a person are not interesting to others.
I am bored means you feel bored right now, which is actually what you want to say.
Incorrect. I am boring of studying the same things every day.
Correct. I am bored of studying the same things every day.
Mistake 4, using yet in the wrong place.
Yet usually goes at the end of a negative sentence or question.
Incorrect. I didn't yet understand the lesson.
Correct. I didn't understand the lesson yet, or I haven't understood the lesson yet.
Incorrect. Have you yet finished your homework?
Correct. Have you finished your homework yet?
Mistake 5, giving up and giving in.
These two look similar, but they mean different things.
Give up means to stop trying something completely.
Give in means to stop resisting something, to surrender to a temptation or pressure.
I will not give up learning English means I will keep going.
I finally gave in and watched TV instead of studying means you stopped resisting the temptation.
Very different meanings, so be careful with these two.
Now let's talk about something very powerful, the idea of a growth mindset.
A growth mindset means you believe your abilities can improve with effort and time.
The opposite is a fixed mindset, which means you believe your abilities are set and cannot change.
Someone with a fixed mindset might say, I am just not good at languages.
Someone with a growth mindset says, I am not good at English yet, but I'm getting better every day.
Did you notice that small word, yet?
Yet is one of the most powerful words in a learner's vocabulary.
I can't understand native speakers. Add yet. I can't understand native speakers yet.
I don't know enough vocabulary. Add yet. I don't know enough vocabulary yet.
I'm not confident speaking. Add yet. I'm not confident speaking yet.
That one small word opens the door to possibility. It tells your brain that change is coming.
And when your brain believes that, learning becomes easier.
Now let's talk about some very practical things you can do to stay motivated and keep going.
The first thing is to remember your why.
Why did you start learning English? To travel? To get a better job? To communicate with someone you love? To watch your favorite shows without subtitles?
Write that reason down. Put it somewhere you can see it every day. When things get hard, go back to that reason. Let it remind you why you started.
The second thing is to track your progress.
Many learners only look at how far they have to go, but looking back at how far you've come is just as important. Keep a notebook. Write down new words you learned. Write down sentences you understood. Write down conversations you had in English.
After a few weeks, read back through it. You will be amazed at how much you have done.
The third thing is to make English part of your daily life.
Do not just study English, live with English.
Change your phone language to English. Listen to English music while you cook. Watch English videos while you eat.
The more English surrounds you, the faster your brain absorbs it.
The fourth thing is to celebrate every win, no matter how small.
Did you understand a sentence you wouldn't have understood last month? Celebrate that.
Did you remember a word at the right moment? Celebrate that.
Did you write a message in English without translating every word first? Celebrate that.
Small wins build confidence, and confidence builds fluency.
The fifth thing is to be kind to yourself.
You wouldn't shout at a child who is learning to walk and falls down. You would encourage them and help them try again.
Treat yourself the same way. You're learning something new, and that takes time.
Be patient, be kind, and keep going.
Let's do a quick review of everything we covered today.
We talked about why learners give up, comparing themselves to others, expecting too much too fast, and being afraid of mistakes.
We learned that mistakes are not failures, they're lessons. The learners who speak the most, even imperfectly, improve the fastest.
We learned key vocabulary: persevere, determination, frustration, consistent, setback, resilience, growth, and momentum.
We learned motivational phrases: keep at it, push through, hang in there, take it one step at a time, every little bit helps, believe in yourself, and it's a marathon, not a sprint.
We talked about the growth mindset and the power of adding the word yet to your thinking.
And we talked about 5 practical things to stay motivated. Remember your why, track your progress, make English part of your daily life, celebrate every win, and be kind to yourself.
The message of today is simple.
You are not behind. You are not too slow. You are not too old. You are not too busy.
You are exactly where you are supposed to be, and every step forward counts.
So don't give up. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
Your English is growing. You just have to keep going long enough to see it.
Thank you so much for watching English Learner Classes today.
Don't forget to subscribe to English Learner Classes for more easy and practical English lessons.
Keep learning, keep improving, and see you in the next lesson.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.